We back in the building doing a Jeezy tier list tonight. In preparation for ThrowBLKs recession. So of course I had to come back on the show with the recession. Jeezy took 2 years off. See, this is key, Mark. He took 2 years off in order to give us this album when there was something to really talk about. Of course, we're going to talk about this more and you know, in a lot of detail on ThrowBLK. So make sure you check us out, subscribe to our Patreon to see that first and see it on video. But I want to know, Josh, where do you rank the recession? I know you said it earlier, but I want you to say it again.
Oh, come on. It's number one, S. It's one of the best albums ever. Literally. I don't think there's a skip on that album.
Hey, I've been listening to it. There's two skips.
We're going to discuss it on the ThrowBLK, but there's not a skip on that album.
Mark, where you got it at?
All right, before I give my letter, I just want to say
no.
Before wait, I didn't say a letter. I didn't say a letter yet. I didn't even say a letter yet. I just want to say 2007 Jeezy underappreciated. Got corporate thugging that year. He tried to put Slick Pull and Blow Raw on. They didn't really get too much, even though I do love Throw This Money. Throw This Money is a South Florida classic. Probably a South classic just in general. So
yeah, you gotta stop. You gotta stop saying South Florida because you gotta remember there was more states that was fucking with that.
Yeah, I understand. So I'll give it a Southern staple, I guess you would say.
Okay.
My letter, however,
okay,
just because of how much I revisit the recession, which isn't very often, I'm giving it a B. Who threw something?
I did.
What'd you throw?
A pencil.
I don't revisit the recession which is why ThrowBLKs is going to be very imperative, because I need to double check what I heard in 2008, but I don't revisit it like I revisit another album you haven't said yet.
Mark, you need to go to hell. I think that's
what I need to go to hell for. I told you it was going to piss you off. You're not going to like it.
Well, I didn't know it was going to. I thought that we all were on the same playing field with this. Like, I'm going to give it an S. Josh gives it an S. You're supposed to give it an S. That's just really what was supposed to happen here.
Nah, see, that's my spoiler. The recession is not one of my higher Jeezy revisits, but I've heard from many people this is their favorite album of all time from Jeezy.
Josh, do you know what Pitchfork gave this album?
I don't even care.
They gave it a 6.5 at the time.
Of course, man. They probably thought that My President in Black was a contrived record, and I can just tell, like, Pitchfork doesn't do anything for me. I saw a manager a couple weeks ago post, like, her artists have like a 7 on Pitchfork, and then she posted all these like 5s and 6s that they gave other albums. And I'm like, that means nothing. Those other albums are more successful. And why are we acting like Pitchfork has a barometer on what's cool in hip hop? Like, let's not do that.
Yeah, and it's something I wanted to bring up on the show, but it is kind of crazy how the perception between the people is different with like how it was in publications. Like it was Jeezy's arguably one of his lowest rated albums at the time. I think Entertainment Weekly or Los Angeles Times gave it 1.5 star. It was not getting a lot of love at the time, which is kind of crazy. But we're giving it an S tier, or I'm giving it an S tier. Mark's giving it a fucking B. Let's see what the chat says. A+ gives it an A tier. Kel gives it an A tier. A+ says not that mad at the S tier. You can't get mad at it. It's Jeezy crossing over into a lot of different lanes. Yo, Call Me Rob says it's the first Jeezy album I've ever listened to. Gives it an S tier. Kel also says Circulate might be his favorite Jeezy beat ever. I might have to do that. Yeah, that's definitely up there. I like the song before that. I don't want to get too in the weeds with this, but I think that he has a lot of his best beats on here. JB Gray says it's A tier. He says it's still a classic album. I think that it's possible to have a classic album with skips as much as it is to have a classic album that's not exactly S tier. I think that's for sure something that can happen, because I think like Barter 6 is a classic, even though it has hella skippable songs on there.
A classic album that's not S tier. I'm trying to think of what my immediate one would be.
To me, Stillmatic. Probably not Stillmatic.
Okay, yeah, that's a good example. I
love Stillmatic. I think that it has some terrible beats, and I think that's what keeps it from being S tier. But I still say it's a classic album just because of what it represents.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Sometimes it's the moment just as much as it is the music, and Stillmatic definitely has one of the bigger moments that all of us remember. So
we would wait 3 years for Jeezy to come back after the recession. 3 years and the rise of a lot of different artists in that time. A lot of different beats that he had, beefs that he had at that time, and just radio silence. I know you guys remember, if you're a real Jeezyologist, you remember the track list. That's TRACCLIST that was written on a notepad, surrounded by Swisher Sweets and a fucking Sharpie. Look that up if you haven't seen it before. TM103, Hustler's Ambition. So Jeezy doesn't exactly level up the courses that he teaches. He just kind of stays the same, which is kind of weird, huh?
Hey, it's a life lesson. Even as we get better, we stay the same. Think about it. Just think about it.
So this one is to me, the cause of a lot of division between Jeezy fans on where you put it. I'm gonna be real, man. I think TM103 is a C tier. It's A tier to me. Hey.
Oh my days.
Well, what do you think? What do you think, Josh? TM103.
Man, I don't listen to that shit at all. That shit
What?
That's like one of his worst albums ever.
It's pretty bad. I'm with you there, Josh. I thought at the time it was bad. I think today it was bad. I think today it's bad. I think that, listen, you're not gonna win me over with OJ. You're
going straight to the bad ones. That's not fair.
You're not gonna win me over with Higher Learning. Remember that song, Josh?
That's not fair. Oh my god.
He only has like 2 good songs on this album, honestly, and it's fucking Super Freak and Way Too Gone.
And they're both next to each other, so you could just turn the album right off after that. It's over.
And even Way Too Gone, it's like too much filter on that song, but it's a good song.
Remember Fame, the single where he was really trying to get serious?
I don't. See, that's the thing.
Exactly. But he did
remember Fake Ass Motherfuckers Envy? Come on, man.
Listen, here's one reason why I don't like this album. Because he put Andre 3000 on it and trying to get love from all them fucking pencil pushing pitchfork niggas, and he put Andre 3000 and Jay-Z on one song, thinking he was about to get a whole bunch of like real hip hop love, and I thought that was the corniest shit ever, and I still think it's pretty corny.
Nah, I'm good on I Do.
Like I Do is bad, and I think that 3000's verse is also bad. I'm just saying it.
All right, you about to get stoned now. Don't bring that to the timeline. You get stoned now.
Whatever. I don't care, bro. He had a song called Trapped with Jill Scott, bro. What is Jeezy doing on songs with Jill Scott, bro?
I can't believe 2 songs on 103. 2 songs on 103?
You know the real issue with 103?
Oh, he got 3 songs because Lose My Mind was on 103 too.
Yeah, it was.
That's what I'm saying.
It was, but the thing is that they counted it as a bonus track, and you know why? Because the song was 2 years old by the time the fucking album came out.
Yeah, that's true, but still counts.
No,
still counts. Still
no, it doesn't. It does not count,
yes,
bro.
Yes, it does.
You know my real issue with it, other than the fact that like I think Warren G gave him a good beat, but it was a bad song. I think Warren G did Leave You Alone with Neo. I think it was a great beat, bad song. But I think
That's one of his best singles. Well, one of his biggest singles. I won't say best singles. One of his biggest singles.
Lil Lodi is probably the worst offender on TM103.
Man, it's crazy. I hated when he kind of got with him because Lil Lodi used to rap too.
Yep.
And I was just like, why is this dude producing all your shit right now? Like,
exactly. Lil Lodi has, I counted this before the show. I think he has a little bit under 10 or a little bit over 10 beats on this, including the bonus tracks. And they're all like, they sound like they just come from Jeezy sounding beats on YouTube, which wasn't even a thing at the time, but it sounded like he might have created that genre of beats. And I think that the beats on the album are just they're inescapably bad. Like they're pretty terrible. I want to see what the chat has to say. A+ says B tier. I mean, that's interesting. B tier.
Yep.
Kel says B tier. Rob, Yo Call Me Rob says B tier. This is Mike says B tier. JB Great says B tier. A+ says Jeezy's first verse on Way Too Gone, thumbs down. Yeah, man, it's looking like B tier. They're gonna settle on B tier. I think me and Josh's choices are pretty sound though. The C tier sounds right to me. I think it's Jeezy at his absolute creatively most bankrupt. I think. I have it
at a B tier specifically.
All right.
I love Leave You. Well, not Leave You Alone. Leave You Alone ends up being one of his biggest singles, but I do have a heart on it. Everything I Like, that's another big single. Super Freak was big out here. What else was big? Way Too Gone was big out here. Just Like That I liked. Lose My Mind, obviously. Ballin' was also another one of those singles that were like 3 years old by the time that it made it there, but I did like Ballin'. And he had a good song with Trick Daddy on there. I give it a B tier.
The shit's ass. Anyway, Let's continue through this because I think these next few albums are going to be pretty cut and fucking dry. Seen It All, the autobiography. This is Serious Jeezy. This is post YG Jeezy as well. So he's enjoying a really nice wave of momentum being next to YG and that young energy at the time. I thought it was a really cool moment to have YG next to him there for My Nigga and everything. But this album, do y'all even remember what the single was for this album?
Wasn't it Me Okay?
What you say, Josh?
I said no, but Me Okay was Me Okay. I remember that record.
It was Seen It All. That was the Jay-Z song. That was the first single from that.
Oh yeah, with the fucking violins and shit in it.
Produced by Cardo.
Oh yeah, Cardo did do that beat. I forgot. And then they had the other one with Future, and they were out in I forgot what country they were in. And Future was singing the hook. Yeah,
No Tears. Listen, I'm gonna keep it straight with you, man. This is Blood Raw. This is Blood Raw tier, man. This is a D tier album for me. This is pretty bad. He's fallen off the fucking cliff at this point.
I gave it a C tier just off the strength of Me Okay and 4 Zones. Other than that, I don't really listen to this album too often.
What do you say, Josh?
I don't listen to none of these albums, bro. I stopped listening to Jeezy after Recession.
Jeezy died to you after Recession.
What? So even tape wise?
What tape?
I mean, yeah, I'm like, what it came out?
What tape?
The last Jeezy album that I truly mixtape album that I truly enjoyed was The Trappin' Ain't Dead.
Yeah. What tape?
I play Trappin'. If we were able to do tapes, I'll tell you right now, I play Trappin' Ain't Dead more than I play Recession, and I play It's the World, that Gangsta Grills with Drama a lot more than anything Jeezy from the 2010s.
Yeah, you're a different type of cat. But I don't know what tape. The one with the scorpion on the brick? Is that the one you talk about?
It's the World. Nah, you talking about 1,000 grams? Hell no, I ain't talking about 1,000 grams. Did he rap over Pretty Boy Swag on that one?
Yeah, he did. He was like, I'm hotter than Ross. I'm hotter than Ross. I'm telling y'all niggas. Ross ain't seeing me.
Hell nah. I ain't talking about that. What else did he have?
No. Let's get to fuck it. Let's get to the chat. We gotta get to these albums. Yo, Call Me Rob said, "Is there a Z tier?" And I agree. I put that on the Z tier as well.
Man.
JB Great says D tier. Kel says D tier. He says this is when I officially jump ship.
Yeah, I was over this nigga.
A plus said, yeah, he's cooked at this point. This motherfucker, Mark said, I'm gonna give him a C tier off of 2 songs. So that's just letting y'all know how he feels about it.
It's better than what we're about to talk for these next 3 albums.
Church in These Streets, that has Jeezy dressed as Michael Jackson, I guess, on the cover. Had 4 singles: God, Church in These Streets, Gold Bottles, and Sweet Life with Janelle Monáe. I'm like, he's still doing this shit with the neo soul singers on the albums. This is possibly his longest album to date. 19 fucking songs, over an hour. I put this straight in D tier. I listened to it one time and never again.
Yeah, D tier, easily.
Yeah, for sure. Never listened to it.
D tier. Chat saying D tier. Kel says nothing but D tiers after 103. NK Breezy said he looked like he worked for the Salvation Army on the cover, so there you go. Trapper Die 3. This was interesting to me. Trapper Die 3, 2016.
One song.
No.
One good song.
No.
I'm giving it a C just for All There. That's it. I'm giving it a C just for All There.
That's all it had going, was All There. One good song.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, okay? I gave it an A.
Stop it.
Yeah.
And y'all were talking about me and 102?
Listen, man. G-Wagon.
What did you like outside of All There? I really like to know what you like outside of All There.
G-Wagon's fire. The song with Yo Gotti is fire. The song with Lil Wayne is fire. Let 'Em Know was hard. And I liked that toward the end of the record. I liked that. I gave it an A. Trapper Die 3 was actually kind of hard because it wasn't any bullshit. No bullshit singers on it. It wasn't no singing and all that other shit on it. Like it was like a real ass Jeezy mixtape. Like it felt like a mixtape.
Nothing else on 103 outside of All There is gonna be I Love It.
So y'all giving it D tiers
with 102.
Y'all giving it D tiers. I'm giving it A tiers. I'm giving it A. Chat A plus says L tier. He thought he was no, that was a Church of the Streets. A plus says CTE tier.
Bro, I had a nigga tell me one time Church in These Streets was Jeezy at his most intelligent and mature. I smiled. You know that Chris Tucker meme? That was literally my face.
All right, let's get to an album that nobody remembers. Pressure. Y'all listen to Pressure?
Yes, I did, and I regret it. Automatic D tier.
I know Josh ain't listen to Pressure.
Nah, I remember he had a song with like Cole and Kendrick on here. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
And it's got a song with WizKid on it.
Stop it. Why are we laughing at WizKid?
Why is Jeezy still doing songs called Bottles Up with Puff Daddy in 2017?
He had to have the Puff record. What was Puff peddling 2016, 2017? You know what he had? I'm just trying to run through the money. Run. That was 2016, right? I'm pretty sure.
That's the Act Bad of 2017.
That song.
TM 104, Legend of the Snowman.
D
tier. You know what, man? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. I gave it a B.
No.
I gave it a B.
I'm looking at the track list because I
gave it
a John Legend record that swayed you.
You're really a snitch apologist. This shit crazy.
Wait, what?
You gave it a B because Gunna on his side. I didn't even know Gunna and Jeezy had a song. I definitely wasn't listening to this shit.
Josh, you still follow Gunna?
Probably not. Where? On what?
Listen, man.
I swear to God, if we double check,
let's not get into the Gunna stuff right here on the show.